Congratulations on your latest Cycle Lab purchase. I'm Brandon Fairweather from Biogen South Africa. Apart from being a loyal brand supplier to the Cycle Lab group, I'm also an avid endurance athlete with a passion for health and wellness. Nutrition is a very personal aspect of cycling, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach to everybody, so you need to find out what works for yourself. That being said, there are some fundamental principles and guidelines that you need to consider when deciding what to use. It's also important to distinguish between the needs of a more casual social ride and that of a competitive event where the demands on your body may differ greatly. To simplify, we like to break down endurance nutrition into 4 basic principles. 1. Energy, 2. Hydration, 3. Cramp prevention, and 4. Recovery. When it comes to energy, you've got options in the form of bars, gels, and pre-mixed powders. In terms of bars, solid food is always better when it comes to performance nutrition, but that's not always practical when you're on a bike, so an energy bar can be useful. The key thing with the bar is to pick something that's compact and not too chewy, and it's also important to ensure that you don't take the bar too late in your ride when your glycogen levels may have dropped and it's too late. When we're looking at hydration, this is probably the single most important aspect of your nutrition when it comes to cycling. It's so important to stay hydrated. Outside of taking in enough water on a ride, it's important to distinguish between longer and shorter releasing carbohydrate options. In terms of a pre-race mix, what you want to look at doing is taking a drink that has longer chain or slower releasing carbohydrates that will sustain your energy for longer periods of time. When you're on the bike and during a race, and what you sip on a regular basis on the bike, it's much more important to have something that's slightly faster absorbing and releasing carbohydrates, but still slow enough to make sure that your blood sugar levels don't drop. In the Biogen range, we have 2 options in terms of your on-the-bike mix. You've got your Carbogen, slow-releasing, low-GI carbohydrate source, which is a long-chain carbohydrate designed to help you sustain energy for a longer period. This is ideal for before or during a shorter ride. Then you've got your Cytogen race mix, which is an infused product with a mix of carbohydrate sources, both slow and faster releasing. This is more beneficial for a race, and that's why we call it race mix, because you've got your shorter and longer chain carbohydrates, both for shorter term endurance needs and for long chain endurance needs. The next key point is cramp prevention. Whatever level of fitness you're at and whatever experience level you're at, this is a universal problem that can happen to anybody. The reason we cramp is that there's lactic acid buildup, and we want to delay or prevent this as much as possible. To this end, the inclusion of magnesium, phosphates and other electrolytes is absolutely critical. In the Biogen range, you get a 60s bottle of Cramp Care tablets. Taking 2 of these just before a ride or the night before, and every 30 to 60 minutes thereafter can be beneficial. The reason we've put this in a nice convenient blister pack is so that you can drop it in your backpack and make sure that you can take it on the bike with you as well. Recovery. Once you've crossed the finish line, it's important to put back into your body what it's lost during a ride. This is often the forgotten part of cycling nutrition, where people place more emphasis on energy and sustenance during a ride as opposed to recovering afterwards. The key principle of this is the sooner you can recover, the sooner you can get back out there and enjoy your next ride. To this end, Biogen's got the Biogen Recovergen and also an ISO-Whey product. The difference between the two is that the Recovergen has a 4:1 carb to protein ratio. The other ISO-Whey is just a basic high-protein whey concentrate included product. With your Recovergen, it's also got your important electrolytes and branched-chain amino acids, which are critical straight after a ride. So make sure that you put as much emphasis and focus on your recovery as you do on your energy. One last tip, make sure you don't try anything new on the day of a competitive ride or a race. It's imperative to only experiment with new supplements or products on a training ride or a more casual ride with friends. And to help demystify the process even further, get down to your nearest cycle lab and come and speak to one of the helpful advisors on the floor. For specific nutrition strategies pertaining to different distances and skill sets, click on the link following this video to find out more. Good luck, and I hope to see you out on the road or on the trails.